What is poppin'? 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 What is going on? What is poppin'? 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 What is going on? How you doing? How you looking? How you living? How you feeling out there on YouTube? We got another rundown Saturday night edition, baby, with my guys Spence and my boy Knipe. How y'all doing, man? It is week 5. How you feeling going into Sunday, man?
It's going to be a tough one for us, overall, though, pretty good. You can come away with a win. You're happy about it, but we got the Bills, so
yeah. You got a tough game too.
I'm super excited, Max. Both of our squads have primetime games this week, and let's see what they put on display for the world to see, man. It should be fun. I cannot wait. I am so excited for French to get his his bitch ass in here.
Yeah, let's see if he.
He's going to when the Cowboy game comes up.
Yeah, let's see if he shows up, man. Let's get the pre-live crew going. We got Dr. Van, Spence, Ivani saying, "Hey, it's 9:01, bro. Where are y'all at? We right here, man. We right here." And he says, "Can't wait for y'all to see y'all in 12 hours. Let's go." What up, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights? What is good? So I have some bad news to start the show off. I could not make a video. I could not make a compilation video from last week's picks. I know, I'm not hiding. I'm not running from me and Spence's putrid upset of the week. We took the Cowboys to lose against those Patriots, and gosh, man, the Cowboys won 38-3. So, but yeah, we still did the pick'ems. Here's the updated standings. Knipe and Pedro did good, 10-5, and then I went 9-6. My best week. Ace 8-7, Spence 8-7, and French, he's still MIA. He hasn't been around in a while. So there's the updated standings. So right now, Knipe and Pedro basically tie for the overall at 10 games above 500.
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all, man. I'm gonna come back sooner or later. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 31-29. It's not too bad, man.
It's above 500.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, y'all. I was just super busy this week. But yeah, sorry guys.
Dr. Van is a little disappointed. No montage. I'm sorry, man.
I know. I got y'all extra next week. We're gonna have even more funnier. Hopefully not though. Hopefully we get everything right. Hopefully it's all smooth sailing. We win some parlays, some DraftKings. All of our teams win their matchups this week. That's what we all hope for, right? But
always.
Sometimes it doesn't happen that way. Thursday Night Football, before we start the Sunday slate, let's just touch on it. Not really much to touch on. If you played DJ Moore in fantasy football, I mean, golly, you won.
Congrats.
Dude, you better not talk too soon. There's other miracles that can happen, man. I know. Dude, could you imagine if one of his players just absolutely torched you and then you just ate these words also?
Yeah. No, it's funny because he has Jamar Chase, so I'm like, he could do that too, so...
capable of also doing at least something close. Maybe it's not 230-3, but even if he goes for 220-2, that still puts him back in the range of competing. So just be careful.
Yeah, I know. It's always a toss up in fantasy. Ivani says I'm putting Knipe's picks in Bovada this week.
That'd be smart.
For real, he's been rolling, man.
Yeah.
Knipe's been rolling. No Ace tonight. He's doing some family stuff. He said so. He said, I was like, go hang out with your family, bro. You know what I'm saying? But really, the Bears dominated. DJ Moore had all the receiving yards. Him and Cole Kmet had basically every single receiving yard there was for the Bears. The Commanders fought back a little bit, but it was actually a pretty fun game to call. You know, I was actually like, damn, I don't really want to call this game, but it actually turned out to be pretty fun. Bears, they did it for Dick Buckus, bro. So congratulations. They finally win a game. The first in 386 days, I think they said.
Jeez.
My God. Congratulations, Bears fans. That was your Super Bowl right there, it seemed like. But let's move on. Let's go. Tomorrow, Sunday, we are starting early once again. That's why we're doing the Saturday show. Jaguars, Bills in London. And I always give, the fan of the team first. So Spence, the floor is yours. Start us off. What do you think about this game right here?
So they're going to be playing in London, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. The line on that is what, 6.5 or 5.5?
5.5.
5.5. Yeah. So I'm already going to call out
Wait,
my
who?
for the
Huh?
Bills.
Oh, the Bills are 5.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm already going to call out my upset of the week.
Woo!
So a lot of things in the NFL, people are like, oh, well, they're always different teams every year. And that's true. But for some reason, the Jags always play the Bills very well. And they always play them very well. We beat them 9-3, I want to say, in the Urban Meyer year. And that team they could have gotten beaten by the best, NCAA team that year. They were no good. I just got a feeling that they're going to pull it together in this game. And we got a revamped offensive line. Cam Robinson's coming back from suspension. So what they're going to do is they're going to bring him back in at left tackle, and they're going to take Walker Little, who's been actually not arguably, he has been our best lineman so far this season. So they're going to kick him in at left guard. So that shores up that part. And that gives you a revamped left side of the offensive line. Right side still stays the same. The rookie's been looking really good. We're going to have to deal with Von Miller. And his game back, he's going to be juiced. He's going to be ready to go. But I just think they're going to pull it together this time. Trevor will have a little bit more time to throw the ball. And hopefully receivers didn't forget their hands this week and they can catch some balls and make some plays because that's what they need to do. I got them winning outright, but it's going to be very close. It's going to be very close. They're not going to win by what that spread says. It's probably be a field goal kind of game. And luckily for us, we got Brandon McManus. So thank you, Denver, for figuring that you didn't need him anymore. So he's been really solid for us. So yeah, that's going to be my upset, and I'm looking forward to watching it tomorrow morning with a cup of coffee, maybe a mimosa. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, what more can you say? It's going to be I think it's going to be a great game to start the day, and everyone's going to be fired up for more football after that.
Yeah, man. Cam Robinson's back for the Jags. Von Miller's back for the Bills, like you said. So we got basically almost a full healthy team on both sides.
I want to touch on this. They are missing Tre'Davious White. He's
oh
out.
yeah.
Missing White. I honestly don't know who it is, but Russo. He's apparently important to their D line. I am not a Bills fan, so I'm not too familiar with him, but apparently he's pretty important, and he's out also as well.
He's missing too. Okay, and I know Poyer was hurt last week. He practiced fully this week, so he'll be back. But if he's still a little hurt, that's going to hurt that secondary more. So, you never know. And not having Tre'Davious White's huge. I mean, that guy is a baller. So
yeah, and he's going to miss the whole season, sadly. So hopefully a speedy recovery for him. Same thing with the Aaron Rodgers, man. Torn Achilles, man. But
yeah, we'll hopefully have Jamal Agnew back too. That's going to be a game time decision, but he's practiced a little bit this week, so that's
Zay Jones too.
Yeah, Zay Jones has practiced a little bit. He's still up in the air, game time decision, but those two additions coming back will help for sure if they can suit up.
This game is kind of tough to pick, honestly, because like you said, the Jaguars have the Bills number, and we've been in the stands for one of those games together.
Yeah.
But the Bills right now, man, after that week 1 loss against the Jets, they have been steamrolling people. And last week's 48-20 win against the Dolphins was a statement. The Bills are rolling right now, man. And even though the Jags have been in London for 2 weeks compared to the Bills 3 days, I got to go with the Bills here, man. I'm sorry, but I think it's gonna be closer than the 5.5. I think could be a 3-point game, but I got the Bills taking care of business right now. They're the top 3 team in the league right now. It seems like their offense is rolling, but we'll see how they do without Tre'Davious White. That could be, I mean, on paper that's a huge blow, but we'll see how they do on the field. I got the Bills winning on a close game, but it should be a really fun game to start the Sunday off.
Yeah, so I saw Vonnie came through in the chat, and he goes, "I'm not betting this game," and I don't blame him because, man, like these two, this should be a fun game at least to watch. But if I were to put money on it myself, like if you're gun in my head, who am I picking? I'm going to say the Jaguars this week, and not only because of their history. I think it's good to have that kind of history against another team where you have their number, you have their quarterback's number. But I mean, I think their cornerbacks have been solid, and I think that they have enough on defense to at least contain Josh Allen. And man, for some reason, when Josh Allen plays Josh Allen, the Jaguars Josh Allen just shows out, man. Like, and I did an underdog ticket to where it asked me for half a sack for Josh Allen tomorrow. I was like, yeah, the over on that.
Smash that one.
So I have that in my my underdog little pick 'em. But yeah, I'm going to take the Jaguars this week. I honestly, I don't want to say the Jags are going to blow them out because I think the garbage time could be a thing and Bills can come back. But I think the Jags are going to control this game almost from the start of the game.
Okay.
If you look at the overall history, it's a little funny because I want to say we're 9-9, so it's split even at 500. But if you think about how terrible the Jags have been in their franchise history and how good the Bills have been in their franchise history, that's saying a whole lot for a team that's really never been all that dominant and to break even with a team like that. So
Max has Josh Allen on fantasy, so he wants him to go off.
I mean, he probably still will get his. He'll still get his. You know what I mean? Like they're not going to get 16 points or anything tomorrow. Like they'll score in the 20s. I just think the Jags are going to put up a 35+ burger tomorrow. I really think they are.
Yeah,
I hope you're right.
I mean, that would be a statement. That would be a statement win for the Jaguars. Like I was telling y'all, have heard me on the stream. They need to stop beating up on the South. Like beat up on some good teams. The Bills, the top teams in the AFC. That's what I want to see the Jaguars do.
Well, I feel like the NFL in general has a weird way of evening itself out, and I don't see the Jags going to 2-3. I see them going to 3-2, and also the Bills going to 3-2. You know what I mean? Like that's how I just feel like the dog in the fight is going to be there more on the Jag side.
Dr. Van, when is Trayvon Walker having a breakout game?
I think that'll happen when Smoot comes back and they finally put them all on the field together and they can kick Trayvon inside where he's playing over a guard. And then he'll have a lot more disruption in the game. But
Aiden Hutchinson.
yeah. I mean, that's just not his forte. That's not what he's good at. So I mean, it's not
anyone like
if you're looking for a bunch of stacks.
Anyone liking the overs 48.5. I'll take the over. Yeah, I'll take the over on that game.
Yeah.
I like that over.
Yeah.
Yeah, and hopefully they can make them one-dimensional. Run defense, has been pretty stout this year. Hopefully they can make them one-dimensional, make them have to pass the ball around the yard. And everyone who hyped up the Jags offense has been waiting for the breakout game for them, waiting for it to click with Trevor and the receivers and everything like that. So I hope you're right, Knipe. I hope this is a game that they come out and they flat out ball,
Yeah. I mean, like we said, this should be a really fun game to start the week or Sunday off. So I'm excited. Let's move to the 1 o'clocks. We have the Houston Texans, man. The surging Houston Texans. I want to give a shout out to Knight, man. He took them to beat the Steelers. So that was a great pick by you last week.
Pick though, like, dude, that's to me that was an easy pick. It's like, do I like Kenny Pickett? Hell no. Boy, sucks at football. He should be a fucking backup. He's an embarrassment.
Hey,
like that
hey, be nice to him because he got hurt. Okay. His knee, it wasn't as bad as we all thought it was. It was just a deep bone bruise, but still, he got hurt. So, lay off the guy a little bit.
You know who didn't get hurt? C.J. Stroud. He kept his jersey clean again. That offensive line, man. They're playing with guys that are backups, and they're out there. They're dog walking guys like T.J. Watt, like Josh Allen the week we played them. Doesn't matter. They're blocking everyone. So.
Yeah, man. And it looks like the Texans have a blueprint over there in Houston. I might be wrong. I was saying this team is not ready yet.
Yeah.
But man, CJ Stroud, like you just pointed out, has been unreal. He has been the guy this draft so far. I mean, Anthony Richardson has shown some good stuff as well. But CJ Stroud, perfect. 6 touchdowns, 0 interceptions through 4 games, man. He's looked like the real deal. He's looked calm, cool, collected. This guy looks like he's been in the league for 2 to 3 years already. So they got a blueprint over there. Right now, they have John Mechie listed as questionable, and they are underdogs in this game from Vegas. Vegas has Falcons -1.5. Atlanta at home. I want to say, I don't know. I got the Texans winning this game, guys. I got to stop sleeping on this team. There's been times when I said this team is going to get beat apart, and I don't know, man. This team has been rolling. Pierce has got it going last week a little bit, But Tank Dell, Nico Collins, shout out to him, bro. Nico Collins looks like a true number one receiver over there in Houston. But man, Texans, their offense looks great. And I think they keep it rolling here in Atlanta. I got them beating the Falcons on the road.
Yeah, Nico Collins is top 5 right now in receiving yards.
That's crazy.
Who called that? But anyways, I could have picked this as the upset of the week, but I don't think it's that much of an upset. I don't understand how the Falcons are favored, especially when you look at what they did last week, which was just pitiful. I mean, the Jags absolutely demolished them in that game. Desmond Ridder he's just no good. I mean, he's reckless with the ball. He's irresponsible. I just don't see how they're favored in this game. I don't see how they're going to pull this one off. So I'm taking the Texans also, and obviously at a 1.5, you're going to take the points as well because it's just a gimme on that. I think the Texans keep rolling, and they probably don't have any sacks on Stroud again. He just keeps slinging it.
Man, y'all be taking them layups and thinking you hit a home run, huh?
That's not a layup. This ain't a layup. This is a toss-up.
Yeah, dude, because you got to think football through a little bit more. You got to think about how the NFL scripts things. You know how it's scripted? Nah, I really just think the Falcons are going to take this one. I know that Stroud has been on fire, but, dude, the welcome to the NFL rookie moment will come. It's not like it's not avoidable forever. And I think this is the defense to do it. They're on the road, so they're going to have to deal with a lot of noise, especially in a dome. And I think that the Falcons will hit home, at least get like 4 sacks this game. They have a great cover corner in A.J. Terrell to lock down Nico Collins and make him pretty much useless. I think Nico is going to be held under 60 yards tomorrow. So to me, it's either Tank Dell goes ham or they lose the game. I think another like monster game in order to give the Texans a chance. I just don't see that happening. I feel like they're going to get pressure. And I feel like the Desmond Ridder-led Falcons, even though it's disgusting to say, because, yeah, he is awful. I feel like they're going to pull it off, and I think they're going to do it by at least a touchdown.
Yeah, the Texans shouldn't have a run game in this game either. I mean, one thing about the Falcons is they do have a good run defense. You saw what they did to ETN last week. There were barely any running lanes, so
they're actually, I think they're number 2 in the NFL right now in run defense, actually.
It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, you got a beast like Calais Campbell. You got Grady Jarrett. They got some dogs up front. So
and I just believe they're going to hit home. I think that Stroud, and I think Stroud throws his first pick this week too. They have some good corners and they have a good safety. They have Bates back there.
Darrell is saying D'Amico Ryans is the man because he built the Niners' legendary defense and is now doing the same with the Texans. That's why any team in the Niners beat the Texans can beat as well, okay?
Hold on.
Well, Knipe is a Niner fan, so.
Hey, D'Amico Ryans did not build our defense, okay? That is my general manager building
Trent
that.
Baalke. Yeah, Trent Baalke.
That's okay. Right. We're going to move on. I'm going to get mad.
Nice. All right, so let's go to the Panthers on the road to the Lions. Really, this game, there's not really much to talk about. This could be a now me saying this, I could be in the video next week because who knows at this point, man. Every week there's a huge upset. But I think the Lions got it going right now, man. They just beat the crap out of us, the Pack, on Thursday night. They get a mini bye week, coming off that. And then you're back at home taking on the winless Carolina Panthers. You got to be kidding me, right? Lions lost their first game in Ford Field. I don't think they do it again. I like the Lions destroying the Panthers. Sorry, guys. I know I'm talking about the Panthers. You were my upset of the week a couple weeks ago. Not anymore. I don't see y'all winning anything. And it sucks, right? Because the Bears own your pick. The Bears own your pick, man. So no matter how bad you do, Chicago's laughing and loving it. So Lions at home. I know they have a couple of big guys that are going to miss. Amon-Ra St. Brown is going to be out, or he's doubtful. He's doubtful, but he's going to be out. Jahmyr Gibbs is doubtful. So it's going to be David Montgomery season once again. And even with those guys out, I still think the Lions have enough firepower to get it done. Give me the Lions. I don't like the spread, though. I'm not touching the 9.5, but I do like the Lions winning this game easily.
Yeah, and I'm basically going with the same thing. I think the Lions will win. I don't know if I'd say easily, but I think they'll pull this one off, not touching that spread either. That's a big spread for the NFL. I mean, I say that every time I see it near double digits or past double digits. It just doesn't happen all that often. Though we have seen a lot of blowouts this year. I don't know. They're missing, like you said, missing Amon-Ra. I didn't know that until just now, so that's huge that they're going to be missing him. But I think Montgomery's going to do enough. The Panthers' run defense is terrible, so they might be last in the league. But I think they're going to get it done at home and give their fans something to cheer about. Hey, they're in firm grasp of the North, right?
No, they're a game ahead. Well, technically, too, if you want to. I mean, a game and a half.
Keep it rolling. I think they keep it rolling. They're a team to watch right now, man. They're exciting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, get your popcorn ready because the first W of the year for your Carolina mother freaking Panthers.
Oh my God.
I don't know what's got in me, but I really just believe no Amon-Ra is going to be a serious issue for Jared Goff. And I just feel like Jared Goff is going to struggle tomorrow. Jared Goff is not a world beater. He's nothing that you cannot like. I know Dan Campbell's awesome. I know their team, what they're building is amazing, but you're not going to convince me that Jared Goff is just so damn good at football that the other team has zero chance. Yes, Bryce Young, he is pretty bad, at least so. I think he can develop. I'm not saying he's bad forever, but like right now he doesn't look that great. We know that. But man, the longer you lose as a person, the more it eats at you. You know, those guys are going to sleep every night 0-3, or 0-1, 0-2, 0-3, 0-4. Like, you just get hungry for that win, man. And I know Dan Campbell is like one of those guys he's like turning into a brick wall. Like, he's probably going to stop you anyway. But give me the Panthers for a fun upset of the week this week because you know what? No one's going to pick the Panthers. And that's when those teams usually come through. I don't know why, but it's just that underdog. It's that fight in you that just, you got to get that W. And I think they can pull it off.
I think you're crazy. I mean, you think they're going to lose again at home? They're going to fall 0-2.
I mean, I don't see them losing too many games this year, but I think this could just be one of those freak losses. And I hope it's not one of those Broncos and freaking Dolphins.
They
score 75 against the Panthers.
I mean, Jameson Williams is supposed to play, right?
They had no chance when they did it. So I mean,
Jameson Williams is questionable. They don't think he's ready to play. Just the tread under the tires. You know what I'm saying? Like, they want to get some more practice underneath them.
Like, what are you going to beat them with? Josh Reynolds and Sam Laporta? Like, I know those guys are decent, but like, dude, there's no we don't know if those guys are decent because they had better looks because of Amon-Ra, or if it's because of their skill. But I want to bet that Amon-Ra is going to give the safety a lot to look at. And when Josh Reynolds is your only guy you got to look at for a wide receiver, I can probably lock him down.
I mean,
Panthers
Monty
plus
in that
355.
Defense. Monty.
Yeah, I was about to say David Montgomery because the Panthers are allowing 136 yards on the ground. Check this out.
About it. Stop that.
Check this out, though. The Lions only allowing 60 yards on the ground defensively.
Yeah, defense is no joke.
That is crazy.
But that's why it's going to have to be Bryce Young, and I hate saying this out loud, but it's going to have to be Adam Thielen.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you could be right. And
all over him, man.
I mean, I just feel like Bryce Young could maybe pull. I mean, he's a number one overall pick. He doesn't suck at football, like we know that. Like he can do it. Like you just got to do it one week. I mean, he might not string a bunch of them together right away, but like this could be one of those good weeks.
Yeah, it could be, and I hope it's not because I need to catch up to you in the pick'ems, man. Let's head to the Colts and the Titans, the AFC South battle. And right now, bro, the Titans are one of those teams as well. They have a great week and then they have a trash week. So it's like we don't know with this Titans team. And the Colts, they were getting beat up against the Rams. They kind of made it interesting at the last second. Still lost. But this is a tough game. This is a toss-up right here. Titans are favored on the road at their -2.5. So this is crazy because look, the Titans are 0-2 away. The Colts are 0-2 at home. Who's going to win this game? This might be one of those ties that we were talking about last week. I mean, this is such a toss-up, man. Treylon Burks is out. You have Shaq Leonard is out for the Colts. I mean, what's up with him, man? He's always not playing anymore, bro. But give me this is tough. I don't know, man. This is tough. The Titans just beat the Browns 27-3 last week.
Bengals.
Or the Bengals, yeah, that's right. So give me the Colts at home. I don't think they fall 0-3 at home. And this is just such a toss-up. AFC South battle. I like the under in this game. That's 43. But I think the Colts can squeak out a win here and win by 3 at home. I say Colts win.
Okay. Well, Colts got AR back and healthy now. He's a week out, so he should be, back in full swing. Jonathan Taylor's back. That's a big story. He got paid. They say they're going to put him on a snap count, but what does that mean for a running back like Jonathan Taylor? I'm going to hide my Jaguars logo here, though, because I just don't think they're going to win. I think the Titans are going to win this game. They just play all divisional games tough. They're usually at the end of the year battling it out to win the division. Somehow Vrabel always does it. Derrick Henry finally got a good game under his belt last week. I think another one's coming this week. I just see this being an ugly, ugly game. But I see the Titans winning, causing a lot of disruption for Anthony Richardson, making him make some mistakes, and they're going to take this one on the road. I'd take them with the points.
Okay.
Yeah, what did you say the line was? Who's the favorite?
Titans are favorite minus 2.5.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, Max, we're gonna copy picks for the first time, I think, this whole pick'em night.
Wow.
But so I'm also gonna take the home team because you guys. I mean, I usually follow this formula, not always, not 100% of the time, but usually. When I don't know, I'm gonna favor on the side of the home team. So, yeah, give me the Colts by a field goal. And just because I like Anthony Richardson enough to think that he can, keep the game competitive always, it's never going to get out of reach. And I just feel like, divisional games are always just so damn tough to call. But I think Richardson and Steichen are cooking up something decent over there, even though some of our friends don't believe that. I think it's just because they're Jaguar fans and they're terrified of what he can become. Give me the Colts by 3.
I do think Jonathan Taylor is going to struggle against the Titans. The Titans are
struggles against the Titans' run defense. Everybody.
Yeah, I was about to say they're averaging 70 yards per game.
If he busts one long run for a touchdown, holy shit, that would be amazing. But don't expect it if you have him in fantasy. You can play him, but just know that 9 to 12 carries for 56 yards is probably the peak of what you're looking at. You're hoping that one of those is on the one and he falls in the end zone on one of them.
Yeah. I'm starting him.
You have to in fantasy. I'm just saying, don't expect a 30 burger you're hoping for usually weekly with him.
Right. Yeah. I do think it's going to be on Anthony Richardson to win this game, though. I think this might be the game where he might show some people, okay, I'm here. I can be a franchise quarterback. So,
yeah.
This game, though, oh, Jesus. The Giants on the road to the Dolphins. What is there to even say about the Giants at this point? This is a dumpster fire, man. This has reached dumpster fire level. What is going on in New York?
I don't know. I wish Ace was here right now so badly.
Do you think he'd be upset?
No, I think he's done. A lot of the New York Giant fans are done. But listen, you got Evan Neal calling out the fans now in New York.
Really?
Calling them burger. Yeah, he called them burger flippers and hot dog flippers and said that they are sheep and he's a lion. So the New York media went ballistic on him. And bro, come on now. He's acting like he's the best offensive lineman in the game. The dude stunk since he's been in the league. The offensive line is atrocious for the Giants. Saquon Barkley is questionable. He probably won't play. You got John Michael Schmitz. He's out. Their center. Shane Lyman or Lamo, whatever the hell, the guard. He's out. Andrew Thomas, the tackle, is out. The offensive line is just straight up trash. They're all backups. Saquon Barkley, like I said, he probably will take one more week off. He has been practicing all week, but on a limited basis. Give me the Dolphins at home. The spread is minus 12.5. I think they can cover this. The Giants haven't scored a touchdown in the first half in the first 4 games. They scored 9 points in the first half in the first 4 games. And if you fall 27-3 to the Dolphins, don't even show up to the second half. Just wave the white flag. Don't even go out there.
Forfeit.
I got the Dolphins winning by 20 against this Giants team. This Giants team is a mess. A mess right now.
Yeah, first and foremost, no one flips a hot dog. You roll a hot dog when you cook it. You don't flip it like it's a burger. He's an idiot. And never forget who pays your bills. They go, oh, well, you get a check written to you by the NFL. Well, the NFL wouldn't exist without fans. So you start with fans, and you're making a mistake. I'm going to go against what I just said like 2 games ago. When I see these high spreads, I usually don't take any points with that, because it's not college. But in this case, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take the Dolphins at home. I'm going to take the points. You're probably right. They'll win by 20, 21, whatever. Their offense is too high-powered. The Giants don't have an offense. They're missing half their offensive line. They'll probably miss Saquon. There's just no way I see them even coming close to making it competitive. The only time the score will be close is when they do the coin flip. After that, it's over. I mean, it's going to be a track meet for the Dolphins that can get their legs stretched out, hoping for big games from their running game. But, everyone's going to put up numbers.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I really do wish we could just get Ace's take on this. I just want to see what he feels about his team right now, because I honestly feel like, Caleb Williams said that's one of the 5 teams he would want to go to, and you only got one. And I would start rooting for the tank job personally.
Yeah.
If I honestly, dude, if you can get upgrade from Daniel Jones, do it. But yeah, there's just much. Even if New York was fully healthy, this would be a fun upset to pick. Wait, what?
I got Giants and I flip hot dogs.
Ivani, please take your money on Bovada and move it to the Dolphins side of things, because there's no chance in it. Like, dude, Tua, I think even if Tua got knocked out in the first quarter, the Dolphins would still run their way to victory using Mostert, Achane, and doing whatever they wanted with Tyreek Hill and however they wanted to do it. There's just too many injuries on the New York side of things, and there's just no way that they win this football game. And they're away too, no shot. I know it's fun to root for those sometimes, but there's just no way right here. There's not a chance.
Clean sweep.
Yeah, they did move Teron Armstead to the IR. It's a blow for them, but not in this game. They won't need him, but that does suck for them. But like you were talking about, Spence, this team is like a college offense, bro. The way they freaking run.
Put the numbers up, man. Speed kills. Speed kills.
What up, Virgil's in the building? What's good, brother? But yeah, man. Sorry, Giants fans. And then they got the Bill. They got the Bills next week too. So that's my God. Let's move on. Let's go. I'm sorry.
I said they're cooked.
Yeah, This. I don't know how they get out of this hole, bro. I really don't. We're moving on to the Saints and the Patriots. This is another toss-up game. Right now, the Saints are... Oh, actually, the Patriots are favored at home, -1, though. So basically a toss-up. But, man, I can't even start to even think about picking the Patriots anymore. But this could be one of those, oh, okay. Don't pick me, and they'll beat the Saints. I got to roll with the Saints here. Even though Derek Carr, he's still not 100%. You saw what happened last week. That he got taken out of the game, and then Jameis Winston threw that pick that cost him the game. He looked pissed off on the sideline. I think this could be a very low scoring game. 2 great defenses going head to head. Even though the Patriots gave up 38 points last week, they still got a pretty good defense, man. And they just traded for J.C. Jackson, which hopefully he does better over there than he did with the Chargers. They just lost Christian Gonzalez for the whole season. He looked really good.
Yeah,
the corner out of Oregon. Yeah. So that was a tough blow, but they get a replacement in J.C. Jackson back with the Patriots. I got the Saints, though, winning on the road. It feels like every week I pick the Saints, they lose. And I should have picked the Bucks last week. I shouldn't have flip-flopped because my first gut instinct was, oh, the Bucks are going to win. And then I was like, oh, I'm flipping to the Saints, and then they ended up losing. But give me the Saints once again, and once again they might lose. They probably will, but I just think the Saints are a better team right now. Give me the Saints.
So I picked the Patriots last week as my upset. So that's me cracking an egg and putting it on my face. I'm going to take them again this week.
Oh, Lord.
Good thing they're not, underdogs, because then I'd have to call it an upset. They're at home. I'm going to pick the home team. Knife's usually spot on when it comes to that stuff. So I'm going to take them. I don't know. I just think that their defense is good. J.C. Jackson coming back will be the replacement that they need. I don't know why he was so bad with the Chargers. It's just that's what happens with corners who leave New England. Defensive players in general that leave New England, they get them back for almost nothing, and they come back and they ball again. Kyle Van Noy did the same thing. The only guy I can think of that had success anywhere else was Stephon Gilmore, and I mean he still wasn't as good as he was with New England. So I don't know. I think they're going to win it though. I think they're going to play good defense. I think they're going to run the ball, control the clock, time of possession, and as long as Mac Jones stays as a game manager, they can win this game.
Yeah, this one I thought this one was easier. I view the Saints as a better football team. I'll just put it that way. And I don't think the Patriots have the ability to beat a top 10 defense. And Saints are got to be close to top 5, like overall units. You know what I mean? And they showed it last week. I mean, yeah, they're on the road, but like you should be able to put more than 3 against any football team if you're like any decent on offense. But like the problem is they have nobody to throw. Like who's their wide receiver core? I'll wait until you guys can name all of them.
Juju, yeah,
Parker, right?
Kendrick Bourne.
Okay, the theme with all these names though, like dude, those are like all guys that are like on year 6 or later, are all washed. They're all like B-level players, and nobody can like you can man those guys up all day and then just blitz. Like that's why Mac like crap, you know what I mean? Because he has pressure and their O-line's kind of beat up. And I think the fact that their O-line's beat up and the fact that the Saints have an aggressive defense does not bode well for Mac Jones. And I don't trust Mac Jones almost to the level I don't trust Kenny Pickett, but not that bad. But yeah, I thought the Saints were an easy choice on this one personally, but I guess we'll see. I mean, maybe I'm completely wrong, but I know Bill's been, always a difficult opponent, but not lately. Like he hasn't proved that the last year and a half, in my opinion. To me, he proved that Tom Brady was the man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Ramondre Stevenson's banged up. He is playing, but he was banged up this week. Like you're saying, bro, Mike Gesicki, throw him in there. But yeah, this offense looks so anemic. Yeah. And if it's not the Patriots defense, I think that's what they need to help them win the game. Like a pick six, some points, on the defensive side of the ball. That's how they win games,
I mean, I just thought about, when you look at the talent, like look at the offensive talent on both. Like at least you have Olave. I mean, Michael Thomas isn't anything to write home about right now, but I mean, whatever. And you got Kamara back. I mean, it's just the 2 players right there are better than the entire offense on the Patriots.
The NFL exists because people like you guys on this podcast who chuckle and giggle, just like grade school girls at Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift puppy love primetime. What are you talking about, Darrell?
Sure, Daryl.
All right, man. Jeez, we were helping you out with the over-unders, man. Now you want to talk crap about us? What's up your butt, man? Damn. We haven't even brought up Taylor Swift or Travis Kelce.
No, I think that's all they wanted was the words mentioned. Let's just not even go there. Breeze past.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. He's
first down.
All right, man. Lay off whatever you're smoking, buddy. We got the Ravens taking on the Steelers. It seems like the Ravens have a division game every week. Doesn't it seem like that?
Yeah, it kind of does.
And they're playing the Steelers on the road. The Baltimore Ravens are -4.5 favorite in this game. And I like that spread, and I like the Ravens. Even though the last time I did this, the Ravens lost to the Colts, but right now the Ravens last week, they dominated last week. The Steelers, Kenny Pickett, that deep bone bruise tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I know he's going to shake it off and play his heart out there. And you're probably going to freaking trash him like you always do. I'm going to make you a I hate Kenny Pickett shirt every time we talk about him. But no, in seriousness, I think the Ravens are going to absolutely destroy this team. I mean, the Texans destroyed them. And I'm not poo-pooing on the Texans anymore. But come on now. You got embarrassed by the Texans, Steelers. What's up with this defense, the big dog defense that I think y'all have. TJ Watt, come on now, step up. The defensive side of the ball, you need to win this game because your offense is so bad. Matt Canada, I'm surprised he's not fired by now. I really am. They have Steelers fans and All Elite Wrestling holding up Fire Canada signs in Pittsburgh and stuff. I mean, it's bad, bro. It's bad. This offense sucks. Pat Freiermuth is going to miss his game. Ravens, give me the points. Give me the Ravens on the road.
Yeah, the Steelers defense usually plays Lamar really well. They limit him a lot whenever they play, but they just don't have that Steelers factor that you usually see from them year in and year out. I don't know how Tomlin's going to pull this around to get back to 500 again like he does every year. I'm going to take the Ravens also on the road. I just think that they just got a lot more going for them right now. The Steelers look in disarray. Kenny Pickett has been terrible. He's been god-awful, and now he's hurt, so that's not going to help him play any better. So I don't really have a whole lot to say about this. I just give me Ravens, give me the points.
What do you guys think I'm gonna pick?
Oh my Jesus! I mean, I don't. At this point,
could you imagine me picking Kenny's bitch?
You picked the Panthers, so that's a worse team than the Steelers are.
Yeah, I did. You're right. It would make more sense to pick this as an upset. That would you're probably, but dude, isn't that crazy? That's how I have more confidence in Bryce freaking Young with 0 wins than I do with Kenny Pickett with 1. And it's because Kenny didn't win. He doesn't win football games. He's not going to ever be that guy. And they are going to be below 500 this year. And you will see that Mike Tomlin cannot overcome this disaster that is his quarterback. So I'm going to take the Ravens. And give me the points. And yeah, there's no reason that, I mean, it'll be a closer fought battle than people are probably anticipating just because it's divisional. That's kind of how they usually go because it's a bloodbath. But I still think that the Ravens can get a touchdown win. I mean, I think it should be easy for them.
All right. It should be an easy game, but nothing's easy in the NFL.
Or divisional matchups.
They're all professionals.
Yeah.
Let's go to the 4:00 games. Eagles on the road to the LA Rams. Cooper Kupp, don't give no fuck, is back with them. He is active. He is playing. And for that, this is my upset of the week. Upset of the week. Upset of the week. Give me the Rams at home against this Eagle team. Something is telling me, and everybody listen to this with a grain of salt. I'm 0-4 now with my upsets of the week. But I feel like the Rams, even though it will probably be a Eagles home game over there in LA, Cooper Kupp, their offense is now officially fully healthy. You have a true number 2 receiver in Puka Nacua, and then Kyron Williams looks great too on the ground. So that offense, they got something brewing over there. Give me the Rams, the Eagles. This is what their play call is, in case you haven't watched Sean McVay. Halfback draw and the tush push. Stop those two, you win this ball game. Rams at home by 3.
Okay. I'm with you on this one. I think the Rams will win also. I just don't see Philly going undefeated. They could go all the way to the midseason before they lose a game, but hey, this is a tough game on the road. The way that they can stop that is Aaron Donald. You get him in the middle. You get him lined up right over Jason Kelce, right there where Jalen Hurts is going to be, and maybe they find a way to stop that tush push. Maybe they're never in that position in the first place, but I think having Kupp back helps a lot. We'll see what Puka does with Kupp there because they're almost like the same exact guy. I don't know if y'all saw that video of them doing their drills and everything like that. They got the same body type, the same movements. They run the same routes. So hopefully both of those guys can eat. Maybe they'll line them both up on, opposite sides and let them cook in between the numbers. So I just got a feeling that the Rams can win this one. It's one of those games where a lot of people are going to pick Philly. They just look like the better team, the more dominant team, and they are the better team, definitely. But it's the NFL; these things happen. So,
all righty, man. I really want to follow suit with you guys because I want to be the last undefeated team in the NFL. That's my goal for my boys over there in the Bay. But sadly, I think we're gonna have to wait another week on that. Just because, man, the offensive line for the Eagles is so damn impressive, and I really think it's gonna just one Aaron Donald to get to them and disrupt their running game, because they can do whatever they want on the ground. The running lanes, I don't know if you guys have seen like the behind the Jalen Hurts video, or like, like just the picture of the running lanes for the Eagles. It's like, dude, anybody can run through that damn hole. Like Swift is like, yeah, he's good. Don't get me wrong. He's good at football. He has talent, but damn near any running back can get through those holes. You know what I mean? That has any burst whatsoever. So I mean, I think it's for the Eagles to lose, it's going to take a better defense than what the Rams have. Now, I think it's going to be an awesome game. I think that there's going to be potentially like over 65 points scored between the both teams. I think it can be one of those like, holy crap, like 35-38 type games. But I don't see the Rams coming out on top, because the Eagles are championship caliber, and they are still to be, they're still at least good enough to be, given the edge in a difficult situation, in my opinion.
Yeah, man, that offense on both sides of the ball, man. That offensive line and defensive line for the Eagles are very impressive. Fletcher Cox will be out in this game, so we're going to see more Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis. So I'm excited to watch this game, and it's a pretty good 4:00 game. Last week was a lot of blowouts, so hopefully this week not so much. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think the Rams can do it.
I don't mind it.
Yeah, and I feel like the Rams are a lot better than I expected them to be this year.
Definitely are.
They're well coached, man. So that always comes down to it. Let's move to the Bengals and the Cardinals. Right now, the Cardinals are one of those pesky teams, man. They just seem like they can, even though they played the Niners last week, they kind of got into it a little bit at the very end, even though it was a blowout most of the game. But the Cardinals don't. I'm not saying they gave you a shot to win. I'm just saying they didn't quit. They stopped. They battled a little bit. That's all I'm saying.
We won by 18. We covered.
I know, but I'm saying they fought back a little bit, man.
Get out of here.
Gosh, but I'm saying you're not. I said your Niners are the best team in the league. What else do you want me to do? But the Bengals on the road, they have been so underwhelming. I mean, what is going on in Cincinnati, man? This team was one of the top 5 teams to start this year, Super Bowl contenders. And Joe Burrow just does not look good, man. Like right now, he's on the waiver wire in our fantasy league. That tells you something, honestly. There's 14 of us.
No, he got picked up.
Well, he was on the waiver wire.
He was. Yeah, so that tells you something.
I knew that was gonna last, but that's just telling you something right there, man. This guy's been playing trash. T. Higgins fractured his rib. He's questionable. He's not ruled out yet, but they elevated somebody off the practice squad, so it looks like he will miss this game. And if Saquon misses, I'm playing Tyler Boyd, baby. But I got Josh Dobbs, man. He's been hey, shout out to Josh Dobbs. He may have just ended Kyler Murray's career in Arizona. I mean, just think about that for a second here. Okay.
I think Kyler Murray did that himself, but
yeah, that's true. That's true. I got the Bengals on the road. They're favorites by 3. I don't feel great doing this. I really don't anymore. I think the Bengals might be really bad, honestly. And Jamar Chase is over there saying, I'm open. I'm always fucking open. He's pissed off. You got to piss off Jamar Chase? Oh God. I'm fearing for my life because I'm playing Jamar Chase this week. I don't know. But I got the Bengals winning on the road. They're trying to get back right. I think this is a good get back right game.
Yeah, the Cardinals are pesky. They do hang around in a lot of games that you didn't expect them to. They're not as bad, I guess, as a lot of people think, but I got the Bengals in this one too. I got them covering the points. I think the Cardinals are still very much in the Caleb Williams sweepstakes. They just don't do anything for me. They got a good run game, but I don't know. The Bengals got more firepower. Eventually, Joe Burrow is going to get healthy again and start doing Joe Burrow things. Right now, it's not looking like that, but eventually I just don't think he's 100% or even 80%. I think he might be hurting his team more than helping him right now, but the body heals. He's still young. He'll be fine. So I think they won't need a whole lot of offense to win this one, but I think they'll win this one.
All right. Well, this one I have no idea, man. I really just because of what's going on. I feel like with the Cardinals, when the Cardinals lost to the New York Giants by that wide of a comeback, when it didn't look like they wanted to try and win, I was like, okay, this is what a tank looks like. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and then I feel like, yeah, you got that one win against the Cowboys, which cool. Maybe they just wanted to get them fired up, but like, I don't think that they have a desire to win in that front office. So it's hard to pick them, even though I kind of want to right here, just because like they've just looked better than the Bengals. The Bengals have looked like they're just lost in the sauce on everything. Like, I mean, regardless, like I know Burrow's like his calf is bothering him, like poor baby, but like, come on, dude. It's not your arm, you know what I mean? Like, I understand that it makes things a little more difficult, but like, if it's that bad, sit out, bro. Otherwise, freaking play and come on, like perform. Like you're Joe Burrow, you're Joe Cool. Like, give me something. So like, I don't know if they're gonna like. I feel like if the Bengals loses this game, it's like a deep dive into like, holy crap, are they playing for like nothing this year? You know, like, are they out of it? I just don't see that happening. I feel like the Cardinals want to lose at the end of the day, and the Bengals just need to win to keep their year alive. So I'm going to go with the Bengals because of the narrative on that.
Yeah, that is true. If they go 1-4, then they might just pack it up, man.
How do you dig up out of that hole?
You don't.
In that division, they probably can't.
Mm-hmm.
Shia LaBeouf came and helped you dig that out of that hole. I mean, my God.
Went out, you know what I mean? You'd have to win every single and you're not doing that. You're just not.
Before we move on, oh, the ace popped in here and he gifted a membership to Dr. Van. Thanks, brother. I hope you're having some fun with your family. You missed the whole giant take, bro. You might want to go back and listen to it later. You might not want to. I don't know.
Not right now.
It's up to you. But appreciate you, bro. Speaking of a New York team, here is one of them. We're talking about the New York Jets going on the road to Mile High to the Broncos. This is a mid bowl like last week. Do we see another mid bowl here? I mean, the Jets, Zach Wilson played pretty good against those Chiefs. Still came up short. This sucks, man. You did everything you could, and the refs kind of screwed the Jets on that game. But it's NFL, man. The refs are going to always put their flags and their zebra shirts into full effect. But I mean, Zach Wilson did really well. He had 280 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the best game I've seen Zach Wilson play. Still don't have any run game. Hopefully that changes this week because you lifted the Breece Hall workload. So now he is full, no strings. Go out there and just play some football, Breece. I'm looking at you, Breece. Score a touchdown this week, man. Damn. Please.
2 of them.
But I got the Jets winning this game. I think if Zach Wilson can piggyback off that performance against a tough Chiefs team, you're playing the Broncos, you're playing Russell Wilson, you're playing those guys, okay? The guys that got 70 points dropped on their head top. Randy Gregory out, traded to tonight's San Francisco 49ers for his 7th rounder. So they don't believe in the guy. Broncos are one of those the same boat as the Bengals. If they lose this game, if you fall 1-4, you're pretty much cooked, honestly. So for both teams, this is a pretty big game. This might be a fun game to watch, honestly, if Zach Wilson can play it like he did against the Chiefs. I got the Jets winning on the road here at Denver.
Okay. And speaking of cooking, this is what I believe Russ will be cooking in this game. I can.
Ooh. What is that? Is that a banana?
That's a banana and some SpaghettiOs. He's not cooking anything. In this game.
Jesus, that's disgusting.
Shit, okay. He's going to have a couple turnovers. The Jets are going to play a very sound, very solid defense. The run game is going to get them through this. It's going to be dynamic. Breece Hall is going to go off. Broncos' run defense is awful. Zach Wilson's going to have a couple carries where you're not expecting him to break one. He's quick. He's very quick. I saw it with our Jags a few years ago. I mean, he ran all over us. I just got a feeling that this is a game they can win. I don't think the Broncos are – I don't think they're well coached right now either, on top of everything else. So I don't see how you can say they're well coached whenever they've only won one game and they keep getting beat by team after team. So I think this is going to be a Breece Hall kind of game. I think they're going to run the ball. I think they're going to get some turnovers, and it might end up being a blowout. It might end up being a blowout. So give me the Jets on the road. Give me the points.
All right, so I saw Ace popped in there and said he has the Broncos, which, man, I can't wait to hear you make a case for that, because to me, that's what to me what you're telling me, like all right, so like you said, these teams are both what, 1-3?
Yeah.
Okay, so in my opinion, it's like, okay, which of these teams do I think is actually like a potential playoff team? Do you think the Jets are a potential playoff team or the Broncos? And because that's going to be that's what they're fighting for, and they both know that, you know what I mean? Because like they have to win or for their season to not be over tomorrow. And to me, that's the Jets, because like just like you guys said, like the coaching, like I think like at this point I was like questioning Sean Payton and Bill Belichick, like, are y'all just Tom Brady and Drew Brees like coattail riders? Like, are y'all actually that good at coaching? Because you don't seem to be doing that well, outside of your Hall of Fame amazing quarterbacks. This is weird, and they were kind of like calling the plays at the line of scrimmage a lot. So like you guys don't look too intelligent right now. Yeah, I think that Sean Payton's kind of a joke at this point. I think that the boys on the Jets are going to have a chip on their shoulder, because like, dude, who says that about another grown ass man, a coach, like that's going to be in all, like, they're going to replay that in their meetings. You know what I mean? Like they're going to get their boys hyped up for it. And they're going to be like, because they might love Hackett now, because Aaron Rodgers loves Hackett. So they love Hackett. And like, that's gonna be what happens. And I promise you that the Jets are gonna come out with something to prove. And Russell he's looked better on paper than he has in real life, and it's gonna show this week. I promise that.
Yeah,
I
Dr.
forgot
Van.
all about that. The comments about Hackett. Yeah, you're right. He'll probably draw some stuff up that'll be like, whoa, how that play worked.
Russell will be sacked 4 to 5 times minimum this week. I can almost guarantee it.
He's definitely throwing a pick. That's going to happen.
I think the Jets defense is going to eat at them.
My boy, Dr. Van, he's a Bronco fan, and he's saying Breece Hall is going to go off. And he was talking to me earlier in my earlier stream. This was Breece Hall's little breakout game last year when he was going crazy. It was against the Broncos, and then he messed up his Achilles, or no, his ACL. But yeah, that's a good point, Knive, about the whole Hackett and Sean Payton beef going on.
But they're going to read that in the meetings. They're doing it,
and they're going to do it before the game starts too. They're gonna. That's the storyline this week for that game, and it could be a fun game. I like the 4:00 games this week, actually, guys. I really do. I think they're going to be a nice little 4 games to watch. Hopefully, no blowouts though. But we're all on the Jets, huh? Let's see if they can do it. Come on, Jets. Robert, tell your boys to pull one off for us. This is the first time second time I picked the Jets against the Bills, but that was with Aaron Rodgers. Let's go to the last 4:00 game. The Chiefs taking on the Vikings. Chiefs on the road. Of course, they're the favorite, but only by 3.5 though. The Chiefs. This is another big game for the 1-3 Vikings. The Vikings, if you need to compete in this league, I mean, the NFC is a lot more weaker than the AFC is, but still 1-4, not your ideal start. You got a tough opponent in the Chiefs, man. Even though the Chiefs, Mahomes didn't look that good last week, but that was a tough defense the Jets have over there. The Minnesota Vikings, not so much. I think Mahomes, Kelsey, I have a big game for Isaiah Pacheco in this game. The Vikings defense stinks. They haven't been good in a couple of years now. I know they're at home. It doesn't matter. I got the Chiefs winning. Give me the points as well. I got them winning by at least a touchdown here. This should be a good game, but I think Mahomes and company can pull it off. I got the Chiefs.
Yeah, Chiefs offense hasn't looked like it's supposed to look. Mahomes hasn't looked how he's supposed to look, like a superhuman, He's just been pretty good, but not Mahomes level good. Vikings, their defense has been very porous, but Daniil Hunter's been teeing off on quarterbacks all season long. I mean, I was pretty bummed that we weren't able to somehow get a deal done to get him over here in Jacksonville, but yeah, he's going to cause some disruptions in this game. The Chiefs' offensive line is not what they're paying the money for right now. I'm going to take the Vikings in an upset. This is kind of crazy. Chiefs don't typically lose a lot of games, but this is one that I think they're going to be playing on the road. They're going to have a hard time. They're not going to be able to get out of their own way, and it's not a primetime game. So, and Cousins has looked good even in a primetime game this year. He's been playing really well. He just somehow finds a way to lose it at the end of these games. I don't know, but the Chiefs don't have anybody defensively that I can think of that'll do anything to the receivers over there on the Vikings. Now, if Kirk can stay clean and have time to throw the ball to his receivers, to his tight ends, that's a big if. I'm not very strong on the Vikings winning. I'm not like thinking, oh yeah, because how you pick against the Chiefs. I mean, they're world beaters all the time, but I don't know. I just got a feeling this is one of the Vikings are going to take.
Yeah, I think that's an awesome pick, Max. Sorry, Spence. That being said, man, I went back and forth in this one because I thought about everything that Spence thought about. I was just like, man, like the Chiefs are really not like, I mean, they got beat by the Lions at home. They're really not like that special looking this year, even though Pat Mahomes is always special to watch. It's like, dude, you can only do so much when like your guys are doing nothing for you in return. Like your receivers are dog water. And who are you like? I think Rashee Rice could go ham this game. He's going to need to. But I could very well see this is going to be a pace game. You know what I mean? This is not going to be a defensive, like to me, bet the over on the points 100%. But I'm going to take the Vikings also this week just because I feel like they can pace them. You know what I mean? Like they can score for score. And I think that like being at home gives them a little bit of a better advantage than people think. And I think Mahomes might struggle a tiny bit this week. I mean, let's see it happen, you know?
Yeah. I just think they're going to have to rely on Pacheco like they did last week. I mean,
But
he had a great game.
Actually been decent against the run too, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like they've been actually better than people think.
Yeah, they're averaging or they're allowing 111 yards per. So not too bad, not crazy, you know.
It's on the middle of the pack.
I was thinking of someone else, Falcons, but either way, I still pick the Vikings. And I feel like they can score. I feel like they can score. You know, I feel like they can keep pace and maybe just pace them by one.
Yeah, shit. It's gonna be a good one, man. But the next one, the big game of the week.
Where's French at? I wanted to pop in so bad right now.
The big game of the week. Sunday night. This is Sunday night football, man. This is a true Sunday night football. And I'll let you take it away, Kanai.
All right, guys. Well, to everyone still watching, thank you for making an hour with us on this Saturday night. I don't know why, we're all just hanging out at home, but hey, thanks for watching us. I'm going to pick my boy Glock Purdy to take this W. Biggest reason being he's already done it. And this is everyone knows this is a rematch of last year, same time, same place type thing. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously not same time, but we played in San Francisco and we beat him. And it's because Dak is not that good at football anymore. Like he got figured out, like the league, he was awesome as a rookie and then just been slowly declining ever since. And who's on the uprising is that boy Purdy pretty good, huh? Lost yet, and I'm going to lose this week. I know their O-line's healthy, which I want to beat the Cowboys at their best. I don't want any excuses. I wish they had Trayvon Diggs. I don't want French to be able to say a word. I hope there's no weird flag calls. I hope there's nothing because I want to beat them straight up, man-to-man, punch them in the face type of game. And I think Bosa is going to get his this week. And I think that Mike is going to get his this week. I feel like Purdy, it's going to be a bloodbath. I would bet the under on the points easily this week because I don't feel like we're going to score a ton. I don't feel like they're going to score a ton. I could see a 17-10 ball game or a 17-14 or 17-13, something like that, where neither team hits 20. So I think we're going to win it, though, because I trust my defense more than their defense at this point, especially after the way that they played the Cardinals, which was pathetic.
Oh, man, this is a good game, man.
Want to pick the Cowboys, don't you, huh?
See, I made that mistake last week. I picked the Patriots, and then I made the mistake picking the Steelers to beat y'all week 1 as my upset of the week. That being said, what did I say earlier in the stream? I said the 49ers are the best team in the league right now. They are the team to beat. They are at home. This game is going to be crazy because it's going to be a lot of Cowboy fans there as well. But Niner fans, Cowboy fans, I feel like we might wake up on Monday with some fights on Twitter that in the stands. These two fan bases, bro. Oh, my Lord. Both teams pretty much healthy, like you said, other than Trayvon Diggs going down 2 weeks ago in practice. But Niners, Eli Mitchell is going to be out, but you already know you don't need him. McCaffrey has been an absolute monster. He might be top 2 right now in MVP race. I think it's him and Tua right now. As I would actually put McCaffrey as number 1 for the MVP right now, and that's crazy. I got the Niners winning at home. Very close game. This could be like a tie ball game, and then Jake Moody goes out there and kicks a game-winning field goal at the very end. And I feel like it'll be like, yeah, no, I feel like it'll be like you said, bro, a 3-point game. I think it'll be like a 23-20 game. A very close one, very like who knows though? Maybe the Cowboys go out there and get steamrolled and ruin Sunday Night Football for everybody because I want to see a close game. Okay, make it a fun game, Cowboys. Get it done, Niners. Give me the Niners by 3.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. I think it'll be a close game. I think it'll be very competitive. The Niners, I think, are going to do what they need to do script-wise to move the ball around people like Micah Parsons to nullify their defensive weapons and their defensive strengths because that's what they do to almost every team. They take your best player and they make him almost non-existent because they don't run it his way. They don't throw it his way. You know, they'll double team Micah. They'll put hits on him. I think the Niners also will win this game at home, but I do think it'll be competitive. I think it might come down to who makes the least amount of mistakes, and the Niners are not a mistake-prone team. Brock Purdy does not turn the ball over. I mean, I said it last week. He's going to give you 2 touchdowns. He's not going to throw a pick. That's what he's done. That's Brock Purdy. That's what he does every week. He's solid, you know. And Dak's been proven to make mistakes. Other people on the team have made mistakes before, so you know, we'll see what happens, but I got the 49ers winning. They can cover that. It's 3.5 points, home game, so they can cover that.
So we're all on the Niners, huh? Don't let us down, Knife. Don't let us down.
It will. I mean, it wouldn't shock me if we lost, but I really just don't see it. I think we got this. If it was at their stadium, I'd say that they have a way better chance to win, but not at our stadium.
Shout out to Ace, $2. Don't know where is Fairweather French at. Oh man. But Ace also picked the 49ers. He sent me all his picks, so he'll be included into the pick'em still.
Nice.
So but he got the Niners as well. So we're all on the Niners. Okay. And that wraps up Sunday. We'll touch for a second on Monday night because my beloved Green Bay Packers back-to-back primetime games. We got a mini bye week from that Thursday night to Monday night, so we got a lot of time to rest. We're on the road taking on the Raiders. We are underdogs in this game, -2 Raiders at home. A lot of stuff's going on in Packerland, man. David Bakhtiari, done for the year. He needs a second surgery on that knee, and he said he's going to be ready for training camp next season. Guess what, David? You won't be on the Packers, bro. You won't be on the Packers. If the Packers release David Bakhtiari in the offseason, we will save over $21 million in cap space. It's a no-brainer. You got to move on from this guy. It sucks, man, because he once was that really dominant left tackle for us for a lot of years, but just injuries derailed him, bro. Jair's questionable. Devondre Campbell is out once again. Eric Stokes is off the PUP list. He's eligible to return in this game. I think he should be able to play because he practiced all week. On the flip side, you have Jimmy G. He's going to be ready to go, back healthy, clear the concussion protocol. But the big one is Devontae Adams with that shoulder injury. He missed majority of the week in practice, but he practiced yesterday, I think. He got a limited practice in, and you don't need him to practice all week for him to play, man. He's just one of those guys. It's going to be a pretty good game, man. Packers, Raiders, Monday Night Football. Give me the Pack, man. Give me the Pack. I picked them to win before the season started in this game, and the Raiders just look like one of those teams is like implosion happening in front of our eyes with the whole Chandler Jones issue, all that going on. It's going to be a tough one, but if the Packers lose this game, it might be time to panic a little bit. So I think this is a must-win game for the Packers, and then we're going into the bye week next week. So give me the Packers on the road here in Vegas.
Yeah, Adams practiced today. I don't think he practiced on Friday, but he practiced today. Like you said, any kind of practice for him means he's going to go. He could be out all week and still end up playing. Jimmy G being back is huge. Like you guys always say, Garoppolo is a winner. The Raiders at home, it's going to be tough to beat them on the road, but I think the team that wins is the better coach team. And McDaniels is a mess right now. That organization, like you said, you touched on it, they're a mess. I'm going to take the Packers on the road. I think it's going to be a pretty big game from Christian Watson. He's finally looking like he's going to be healthy. I mean, that hamstring's been lingering for him, but he'll be back. He'll ball out. I got him winning. Of course, the points is what is that? 3?
2.
2. Okay, yeah. So take the points on that. They'll probably win by a touchdown. I just don't think the Raiders are they're just not coached well. They always seem to find a way to lose, and I think it's going to keep the Packers just that one game ahead of Minnesota because I got Minnesota winning this week too. But yeah, give me the Packers on the road.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
What?
No, I know you with this Raiders team. You pick them a lot. I'm just saying, don't you do it again.
Jimmy's pissing me off, man. He's starting to irritate me. He's not doing he is doing himself. He's playing halfway decent, then he gets hurt, and then he's doing his usual routine. But I mean, yes, it is easier when you're surrounded by a bunch of stars on the Niners to be better. But yeah, Jimmy's just. It's almost like you can't really help it though because like their coach is just as bad as like it's like the blind leading the blind. I feel like at that point.
Yeah.
I like the Packers anyway. I feel like the Packers. I feel like they're still like even though they got beat the crap out of by the Lions at home. The Lions are a really good football team and they're basically at full health. So like I'm not going to give you a hard time about losing to a team that I think is going to be very involved in the playoffs this year. But the Packers, I mean, you all have a lot to be excited about, man. Like this love, dude. Like what the heck, man?
Yeah.
Y'all just keep doing this crap, and it's really starting to what? Like, why does everyone not just do this? Like, just sit your quarterback for 5 years, even. Like, just let him roast for a little while longer. The whole rookie contract is whatever, But y'all let them marinate for 3 years on the bench before you give them a chance, and it's just like you can't even knock it anymore at this point, though, because it's like it's working. Like, Love is a quarterback, and I mean he's not the greatest. He's not like a world beater yet or anything. He could be at that level soon, but I mean he's just got to improve on his passing just a little bit. But I think he's a good, solid quarterback to root for, and I think he can get it done. He certainly looked a lot better than Jimmy. So I mean he's got all of his weapons healthy. I think Aaron Jones is going to destroy me in fantasy this week, and like I bet you anything, dude, Aaron Jones is going to end up with over 150 all-purpose yards and 2 tutties. This dude's going to go ham. Because the Raiders defense is kind of a joke besides one player. Yeah. And we all know who that is.
Yeah. He has a great first name too.
Yeah.
But Elgin Jenkins, I want to point out, he's going to be probably back in this game, our guard. So that's going to help the left side of the offensive line out that got destroyed against the Lions. So I am scared of Josh Jacobs because once again, for the 7th year in a row, we cannot stop the run to save our lives.
It'll be all right, though.
Yeah, but Jimmy G does have our number, so who knows? This is gonna be a fun game, though.
Have your number. That was the game we just handed the ball off 97 times.
Yeah, well, he threw 8 times, so he had something to do with it.
No number involved in that, dude.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Our defense can't stop the run still to this day. Well, we have 4 teams on a bye: Browns, Chargers, Seahawks, and the Bucks. So sorry, Ben. No Bucks slander this week. So that's good for you, buddy. But we'll move on to DraftKings. That's the rundown on the games. Let's bring up the DraftKings side of things. If you want to win some money, you know where to watch. You know what time it is. It's called the money-making time, baby. Now, I will say this. Last week, I didn't do that well. But we always got to bounce back. This week, we have pretty tough for the quarterbacks. They're all pretty priced correctly, I feel like. Mahomes, the big dog, you got Hurts, Jackson. But you know me. I like to go mid-tier. And how can I not play this guy right now? At 6,000 buckaroos flat. CJ Stroud. Game log. Look at this, man. 25, 20, 24, and his salary is just going up a little bit, but I still think he's underpriced at $6K. And against a Falcons defense, I like this matchup a lot for CJ Stroud. I really do, and I feel like he's going to keep the points going. So I got CJ Stroud in my lineup this week.
For my quarterback, I went a little bit cheaper than that. I took Matthew Stafford. I just think that Philly's defensive backs they're not playing like they should on paper. Everyone expected them to be a lot better than they are. Their pass rush might be able to disrupt this a little bit, but I just got a good feeling that they're going to script up some things to move the ball down the field. A lot of quick stuff. Having Cooper Kupp back is huge. So I went with Stafford and save you a little bit of money to use a little bit later in the lineup as well.
Yeah, I went the exact same way as you, Spence. I like Stafford this week because of the game script that I think is going to happen. I know I picked the Eagles to win. Y'all picked the Rams to win. But either way, like I said, I think this is still going to be high scoring. I don't think this is going to be like incredibly like low scoring. Not like Cooper Kupp was back. Like you said, there's talent, so much talent on this football field this week. I feel like this is one of the games.
Yeah.
And it should just be an exciting game. I feel like it's going to be in the 30s potentially for both. And I want a piece of that action. So give me the cheap quarterback from that game, which is Matthew Stafford. Even though the rushing upside isn't there, he only has I think like 1 or 2 passing touchdowns on the year, and that's definitely going to go up.
He has 3.
Okay, well, I mean, either way, he's due for a 3. Matthew Stafford's easily capable of having a 3+ touchdown game.
Yeah.
He will do that this week because the Eagles' defense is supremely good at stopping the run, but they haven't done hardly crap against the pass this year. So, yeah, give me that. The Stafford, the cheap QB from that game.
Yeah, if you want to pay up, man, I really like Mahomes, man, but I can't get to that 8.2K. I can't do that for a quarterback, bro. I really can't.
I also picked the Rams, by the way. I'm with you on that pick.
Yeah. Running backs. I went with the hot hand. Right now, it's like you can't not play this guy at this point, man. Davon Achane. I mean, 6.1K. I know he's only getting 8 carries per game, but he's been doing it, bro. He's been showing out 2 touchdowns. They're putting him more on the field, snap count wise. And I feel like, man, this is going to be his backfield soon for the taking, bro. This kid is special. This kid is fun to watch. And the offense for the Dolphins fits him really well. So I got Davon Achane at 6.1K against the Giants' anemic defense. I feel like he can just run all over him. And we've been talking about this next guy for a while now, Breece Hall. I mean, this is the marquee matchup of the week. You're at 5.4 thousand on DraftKings. You're playing the Denver Broncos, who's allowing the most fantasy points against the running back position this season. And this was the breakout game for Breece Hall last year. And no more limitations. Too cheap. Give me Breece Hall at 5.4K. And then for my flex, so I'm add one more guy in here. Isaiah Pacheco. Same thing, man. I think he's underpriced very badly. 5.7K. He just came off a great game finally. 111 yards and a touchdown. That was a great 48-yard touchdown run. And they're playing the Vikings defense, not world beaters. I think they have to rely on him a lot. Not too crazy a lot, but I feel like get him involved and the Chiefs can really have a big game. So I like the mid-tier running backs this week. So give me Pacheco at 5.7K.
Yeah, my first running back is Breece Hall for all the reasons you mentioned. I think he's going to have a great game. This will be a breakout one for the season for him. Hopefully, many more to come. Denver's defense is real porous against the run. He'll put up some numbers. If he doesn't put up numbers, I'll be shocked. I'll be absolutely shocked if he doesn't put up numbers.
Yeah.
My second running back is David Montgomery. He's not going to have to split any carries with anybody. Maybe he'll take a breather or 2 during the game, but I think he's back healthy. I think he's fine. He had a great game last week. I think he'll have another great game against bottom tier rushing defense in Carolina. So, and he's relatively cheap as well, 6.6K. Couple touchdowns for him probably, get him going. And that's it for my running backs.
I know I went Breece Hall also on one of them. So surprise, we're all buying into I think it's also exciting that I'm sure we all read and saw that the training wheels are basically going to come off, and that he's going to be given he's going to be given full starter reps this week also. So not only is Breece Hall liable to bust one, but he's also going to get one. He's going to get more chances to do so. And obviously the narrative, the story, like, the Hackett motivation, plus this is what happened to him last year. Like, it's all built for the revenge game, like, and we all want to see it. Like, everyone wants to see him bust open a run and just go take one in the house. But yeah, and then who was my other running back? I forget.
And let me bring it up real quick. Yeah, I feel like Brees Hall is going to be so over-owned.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a good price though too.
Oh, you went Bijan.
Oh yeah. So I mean, he's my guy in fantasy, like our personal league. So I just love this kid. I feel like he's so damn talented, and he's just fun to watch. And against the Houston Texans' porous run defense, like I said, I think the Falcons are going to win this game. So if I think that they're going to win, you want the running back on a winning team, because they're going to be more likely to be running the ball in the second half of that game. If you think they can be winning by halftime. So I'm going to take Bijan because he's just special, and like, it's never a bad idea to have this special of a player on your team. This guy's awesome.
Yeah, look at this 7.5, 6.5, 5.6 average per carry. I mean, this guy he gets a big chunk of yardage every time he touches the ball, it seems like.
Shiftiest dude. Wow.
Oh my God. He'll juke somebody out every single game. But yeah, I like Bijan a lot too this week. Let's go to the receivers. Let me go back to my lineup. I actually went this guy right here, who's been kind of low key having a great year, and that is where's he at? Marquise Brown.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, he's at 5K flat. I was like, yeah, this guy is just underpriced as hell. Look at this. He's putting up 16 fantasy points, 17 and 17 the last 3 weeks, and he's still only 5K flat against Cincinnati's defense. I mean, I'm looking at the targets, though. 10 targets, 7 targets, 10 targets. He's got a touchdown in 2 of 4 games. I feel like he's had a quiet season, pretty productive season, especially in PPR, and that's exactly what DraftKings is. So I just feel like that price is just too low for him. And I went in that range as well. I went with Tank Dell because I have CJ Stroud in my lineup. I always want to throw a stack in there. And I know he had a pretty underwhelming game last week against the Steelers, only 1 catch, but I just think Atlanta's an easier opponent defensively, and AJ Terrell is going to be probably matched up on Nico Collins. So I like Tank Dell in this game at 4.8K. And then I went with a big dog. How can you not, man? Tyreek Hill. 9,000, but against a Giants defense last week, underwhelming against a tough Buffalo team. But you got the Giants this week, Tariq. $9,000. Give me like I was talking about, the Dolphins offense seems like a college team. I like Achan and I like Tyreek Hill this week. So those are my 3 receivers that I went with.
Yeah, I went receiver heavy on mine. I got a receiver in my flex as well. The first guy I picked, I got Odell Beckham. He'll be back. He'll be healthy. I think they're going to rely on somebody to get them some sort of receiving production on that team. He's really, really, really cheap. Again, 4,200. If he gets anything going in the air, he'll hit fire on DraftKings. It's kind of a flyer, but you can throw the ball in that Pittsburgh defense. So give me Odell. My second guy, Marquise Brown, just like you, I think really underrated right now. He'll probably get another touchdown in this game. He's getting the volume. He's got sure hands now. I mean, I know he had some drops earlier in his career, but now he can catch just about everything. He's looked really good. So I got him. And then third receiver pairing up with Stafford. I got Kupp coming back. He's going to get a lot of targets. I mean, they're going to pepper him. They're going to pepper him in between the numbers. I just have a feeling that this is where you see Cooper Kupp again. Sure, coming out is expensive. He hasn't played a game yet, but whenever you take the lower salary guys like I did all the way along the ride, you can get some of these more expensive guys. And I think Kupp will have a really good breakout game. And in my flex, I also took Tyreek Hill.
Damn.
He's going to go stupid. I mean, this is going to be one of those games where you're like, oh, 200 yards, 2 touchdowns. Why not? He's going to go crazy. So I don't think there's a whole lot you can say about Hill. Obviously, you pick him if you got the salary for it.
I'm surprised you paid 8.6 thousand a Kupp on his first game back.
I got faith, man. That's how they're going to win that game.
You think that he's going to get like a full workload, man?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I don't buy that. I mean, if he does, he's gonna get hurt again. I feel like, I mean, dude, the guy saw a specialist for a hamstring, and you think they're gonna load him up with 20 targets right away? And I don't see that. But that, I mean, hey, you do you, boo boo.
Who'd you have?
Who are my three? I know I have Puka as one, right?
You have Jamar Chase, and then Nico.
All right, so Jamar Chase, I'll explain in 2 seconds. Jamar Chase said some shit on camera. It's going to get to Joe Burrow. They're going to talk. They're boys, and he's going to get 15 plus targets this week, almost guaranteed, especially with no T. Higgins. Easy.
My thing is, he was talking that trash. You got 9 targets.
Dude, he's going to get 15 plus.
I know, but I'm saying, though, like, he acted like he acted like he got like 2 targets in that game.
Still, he's not wrong, though, dude. He should have been fed. Like, I mean, like, dude, he's special enough to do that. I mean, he is. He can demand it. I feel like he can. Yeah. Like, there's guys that's like, all right, I mean, I don't blame you, dude. Like, we should be getting you the ball more. Like, yeah. I mean, when Puka Nacua is getting 20 targets, Jamar Chase better get 20 also.
Yeah, that's true. Then you went with Nico Collins.
Yeah, even though I kind of said that about AJ Terrell, I guess I'm doing this because I think, like, let's say, like, he busts one time, like, he busts the coverage one time, it can be, like, worth, I guess, the points there for a long time, because he has the ability to get that 60-yard touchdown. I like guys like that.
Oh yeah,
I know Tank Dell's probably going to be the better PPR play, maybe, but I think Nico's the one to score the touchdown. Maybe not Tank Dell.
Yeah, Nico's been balling.
Yeah, he's been very good.
And then you went with Wilson, the receiver from Arizona.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to throw a little cheaper flyer out there because, I mean, I'll be that guy who follows, like, what just happened, I guess, this week, but. He's the right size. You guys picked Marquise Brown, you know, and I think the Cardinals have to throw a lot, so I don't mind that, like, either of those receivers. But I wanted to stay cheap on that one, just because, I mean, he has the right size. He's got the right route running. He's not a terribly, you know, overly athletic guy, but he's not a bum, in my opinion. I think this guy's better than we think. So yeah,
I mean, I try to get him in fantasy. God dang it!
I knew he was
waiver 10.
I didn't even bother. I was waiver 3 and I didn't even bother.
And then you went with a huge flyer for your flex.
Who'd I go?
Do you remember?
No.
Wandale Robinson.
Oh yeah, because he's like nothing, dude. The guy costs not a thing. And so I was listening to a bunch of like other YouTube like stuff for fantasy, and like they were saying like the snap counts of everything, and Wandale's just keeps going up and up and up, and like he's like one of the starting guys now. And dude, you know we expect the Dolphins to beat the brakes off the Giants, right? Like just absolutely push them. What do you think is going to happen? It's going to be just like what happened when you saw the game on the Chicago and the Commander game, like 27-3 type thing, and then there's going to be like 35 pass attempts in one half. And Wandale can do something with that. It's a PPR league. He's only what, $3,000 or whatever, $4,000.
Yeah, $3,000 flat.
Cost a thing, dude. So I mean, to me, he's a cheat code this week. I feel like he shouldn't be that because, like, dude, look at the other guys around $3,000. You probably never even heard of half of them.
No, they're all like practice squad guys, probably.
Yeah, Wandale like actually starts and plays.
Marvin Jones. This dude's trash, bro.
Yeah, you want Old Man Jones or like Wandale, who might actually be able to bust one?
Yeah. And then tight end. We were talking about it earlier, and you're not big on it, but I think Sam Laporta has a great shot this week with no Amon-Ra St. Brown at 5K flat, man, against a poor Carolina defense. Sam Laporta, he's looked very impressive, man. This guy out of Iowa has looked great. Iowa is like the tight end bro. They really are. They just breed these tight ends. And, man, they went from Hawkinson to Sam Laporta. Good for them. He killed us. He balled out. And, man, he got 11 targets against Atlanta. He might get 13 against Carolina with no St. Brown. So give me Laporta at 5K for my tight end.
Yeah, I went with a pretty cheap option, but he gets a lot of looks from Bryce Young. I went with Hayden Hurst. When you look at his matchup, it says Detroit's the 31st defense against a tight end. So maybe he can make a few things happen. He's definitely going to be the safety valve for a team that needs something like that. So not really big on it, but you take with the money that you got. So you
said he gets a lot of looks. He's got 3 targets every single game.
Yeah, I guess not.
It's okay. not a terrible. I mean, it's tight end, dude. Tight end is
Yeah, no, it's a hit or miss.
It's no, dude. It's terrible out there in tight end land, man.
Yeah,
I didn't know I picked. What did I pick for tight end?
you went big. You went Kelsey.
Oh yeah, that's because that's the only real tight end, man. He's the only guy who can get you fantasy points. I mean, let's
Mark
be honest.
Andrews.
Evan Ingram.
Sometimes, dude, but he can just easily just throw up 43 yards, just like the rest of the tight ends that barely get to 40 yards. Like, look at what's like. I mean, he hasn't gone off every week, right? He's just
No, last week was his big week.
Yeah, and what do you get the other weeks?
7.5 and then 15.5.
Yeah, like you can find that on somewhere in the cheaper. Like, dude, Kelsey has the potential to give you wide receiver 1 type numbers, not just tight end 1 type numbers. So I'm terrified to play it because it's like, dude, I also think Aaron Jones is going to go off, and Kelsey, and I'm like, dude, I play both these guys in fantasy. Like, damn it.
Yeah. No, I mean, you can't really go wrong with Kelsey, bro. Like,
yeah.
You can't go wrong. Defensively, I went mid-tier. I went with this the Saints at where are they at? 3K flat against New England. That New England's offense sucks, man. I mean, there's nothing much to say. The Saints defense is really good against a really poor offense. Give me the 3K and give me the Saints, man. I mean, that's just easy.
Yeah, I took the Titans defense for the reasons why I said why I think they're going to beat the Colts. I think they'll force some turnovers and they'll play stout defense. So that's why I picked them.
I think I picked the Jets defense.
Yeah, yeah, you did.
You guys have heard me talk about the Broncos-Jets game, so I don't have to beat a dead horse. But yeah, I think the Jets defense. I mean, I think this is gonna be a good play this week.
Yeah, man. We got a lot of names out there for y'all. Got a lot of names out there. Make a little player pool. Make you some money on DraftKings, or you can do it on fantasy as well. It doesn't have to be DraftKings. We're helping you out fantasy wise. But I'll throw a quick parlay in. Good night. I don't know if you're gonna hang out for this or not. Just a 2-minute little parlay.
Yeah, have a good one, y'all.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Enjoy.
Whoa! Did balloons just pop up? What the hell was that? You saw that?
Yeah, birthday balloons, man.
What the hell? That's cool. I've never seen that. Let's throw a quick parlay in here real quick before we sign off for the night, man. Try to win some money. It's been a long time coming. I can't bet on the Jags and Bills game.
I wouldn't touch it.
We both said Ravens, right? I like the Ravens.
Yeah, we did.
Minus 220. And then we both said Texans. No, did you say Texans?
Yeah, I said Texans.
All right. Money line for them. And then you said Titans. I said Colts. I don't know if I can trust the Bengals to put money on them right now. I might bet on the Jets, bro, at plus 111 or 115. We both think they're going to win.
Yeah, Denver's terrible.
And then give me the Packers against the Raiders. And then I like the Chiefs. You said the Oh no, you took the Vikings.
I took the Vikings, yeah. But I wouldn't blame you if you took the points, you know?
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the Chiefs spread minus 3.5. So you put 5 teams down. Jets money line, Packers money line, Texans money line, Ravens money line. The Chiefs spread minus 3.5. Put $10 down. You can win $257. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Some money.
There you go, y'all. There's the parlay of the night. Put that in tomorrow. Win you some money, and then come on by and say, "Hey, oh." But appreciate y'all, man. Another rundown show here on the Max Coverage TV, baby. Appreciate everyone who's tuning in tonight. Hopefully, if you missed it, you can watch it tomorrow morning before the game start. But thanks, everybody. Spence, thank you, my guy.
Yes, sir.
And everyone, give him a happy birthday. It's his birthday weekend. His birthday's on Monday, though. But
yeah, it's on Monday. Hopefully, I'll be celebrating the Jags win.
Yeah. Oh, bro, that'll be such a big win if y'all win, for real.
Be a good present.
Yeah. But appreciate y'all. You have a good night, and I will see you all next time on Monday. Packers, Raiders, Monday Night Football. Y'all have a good night. Stay safe. Be smart. Don't do nothing dumb. And I will see you all next time. As always, love, peace, chicken grease on Max Coverage TV. We out of here. Max Squared in the building is out of here. Peace.
Peace.